Hola, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we got something in from JB Industries. This is their climate class digital manifold. So it's the Zeppelin wireless digital manifold, the DM4-ZW. All right, so this is the huge case that it comes in. Let's open that up. It's just, oh, because it comes with the hoses. Okay, so we got the manifold here. Man, this is tiny. Guys, this is the JB manifold that I've been using for the past couple of months, and I'm gonna let you know how it did and what I like and don't like. Obviously, one of the cool features is you can have it in the case, as bulky as it is, and have it hang in your van or whatever. And I'll let you know why you might consider that. If you're like me, you're not gentle with them, things like that. So. All right, so this will be real quick. It's gonna be an honest review, just because I've been asked a lot, because I was using these. Obviously, they came out of my videos. People are like, oh, what's that? And JB's not one that you might see as often. You know them for their vacuum pumps, but I don't know, did you know that they have digital manifolds, wireless probes and clamps? I don't know if you guys knew, and tons and tons of tools and stuff. So, check out JB if you want, but I'm going to give you my honest review of using them out in the field for a little while. And like I said, we'll just try and keep it simple, what I like and don't like, and just keep out all the fluff. Like, how do they work? How do they hold up? All right, so like I said, this is after 2 months of using these JB manifolds. And I'm gonna have to change out the damn batteries. All right, so here's what they look like now. As you can tell, we are missing some stuff here. I can definitely confirm that these ears that hold your wired clamps, I don't know if the wireless ones hook up to it actually, the wired clamps there, definitely made out of just plastic. So I already broke those off very, very easily. Now the first one was my fault because I threw it in the van. Some stuff got piled on it, and it being just plastic, which is not a very thick one, it broke. Now the other one, it was stored in my garage, and I want to say some light stuff got thrown on it. A couple of pieces of plastic and like not even boxes, like I don't know what was thrown on it. Maybe more hoses and stuff. Come to find that one broke too. So pure plastic, other brands, that little ear that comes out, it's actually reinforced with metal inside. So wish I would have done that here. Also the hook, that is the shortest you can make it, right? That is a super long hook, and you can make it even longer, which I don't know why you would. That is a super long ass hook. So not a fan of the hook system. I would have preferred this just directly on it or something, and more rigid, because you're kind of like dealing with different things and you're trying to hook this up on the system, trying to hook up the hose or something, and you kind of want to just have the hook sticking out so it just catches wherever you put it. But no, you got to use 2 hands and kind of put it up on your unit or whatever you're putting it on. Also, I don't know if I have footage of it. They do have another version that I believe has quarter turn knobs, which is, I would assume, the way to go. The storage of these is really odd, and you can see I've already bent the shit out of that one. I actually broke this side. I don't know if that comes out, but I broke that part. These plug in here. That's broken. So these plug in here, and if you had the ear, it stores right there. All right, so I had actually pinched it by accident because I put the clamp on the ear, you know, like that, and it would pinch it. So you do have to remember to go through the wire when you got it hooked up and everything. You're gonna, I don't know what I'm clamping onto, but you're gonna have it like this, right? So the wire comes out. Still not ideal, and I know that might not seem like much, but that's just an extra little thought process that goes on, right? You're like, oh, I gotta remember to go and, you know, clamp over the wire. Whereas like I've used field piece, so with a field piece, the connection used to be in the front, or the connection now is in the back. Like where the ear is, I'm just simply clamping on really quick. Like I don't even think about it. I just clamp on like this and I'm good. If I do that with this one, which I did, you can tell that I've pinched this by accident a few times. Like I'm just like clamping on like this out of muscle memory on the S-Man. So remembering to go through and then clamp is going to be like just an extra thought as I'm like up on a roof in 100 degrees, sweating my ass off, trying to get off and get out of work, you know? That's just me. Also, when you store it there, this knob is a little bit hard to open and close because your handles on the clamps are right there. So another little, the clamp design is just a little flawed in my opinion. Weak point on the ear. You're gonna create a weak point on this tension on the wire here. And then when you do have everything stored the way they would want you to, that knob is hard to get to. They do send you, or at least the kit I got, they do send you the hoses, right? So as you can see, I'm missing one. This is a 4-port with a vacuum setup. So if I'm being honest with you guys, I mean, you could use your manifold for a vacuum. I'm not using that unless I'm working on a reach-in, a very small under counter or a kitchen equipment where my bigger hose setup, you know, my True Blue hose or any of my 3/4 setup, those hoses don't fit everywhere, but you can easily hook up your manifold, whether it's, you know, the 1/4 inch or the 3/8 hose. Those are a little bit easier to hook up. So those don't take long to pull a vacuum on. And that's where I use this a lot because I do a lot of kitchen refrigeration. This next one is not really on them because I have not even told them about it. But this yellow hose is useless. I'm not sure what size it is, but those two pieces there, the 1/4 inch, the one that hooks up to the system is fine, but the one that stays on the gauge, you know, the one without the depressor, is reamed out a lot more, so it doesn't even fit on the manifold itself. So if I go, you know, to put it on, it doesn't fit, it's too big. So defect from the factory. I don't believe this is any other size unless it's like a 5/16 or I don't know what it would be. It's not a 3/8. Yeah, it's like way smaller than the 3/8 still. So I got a bad hose in this kit that I got. And then this could be for me changing out the battery so much, but there's one screw there that holds everything, your batteries. I believe this takes 3. We'll open it up right now. It's already cracked. It's all webbed already. The crack has spread. And if anything that I learned on the original S-Man manifold that I had, it's a pain in the ass to get that cover. And once that cover breaks on you, you're kind of screwed. It does have this nice little rubber case on it. I don't know if it protects it that much. A lot of this front and screen is exposed anyway because it curves over the front. Display looks like it's taking a little bit of a beating in the sun. Right now I'll have to compare it to the old footage I have to see if it's still held up and the light is still as bright, but it's very easy to read. I just have to change out the batteries, which brings me to my next point. This does not have an auto shut off feature that I can find. I looked at all the manuals, I went through all the settings. no auto shut off. So if you forget to turn these off, there's a on and off button here that you have to hold. If you forget to turn these off, especially over a weekend, or let's say you don't use this for a few days, you obviously you don't use your manifold every day. If you don't get to it the next day, and it's like 2-3 days until you realize that you left it on, you're gonna kill the batteries. I've already replaced the batteries like 4 or 5 times because I'm just forgetful. Every other manifold, every other probes that I've had, anything I use, any of my tools they automatically shut off after 5, 20, 30 minutes, you know, something like that. These do not have that. I am so annoyed, and again, they're dead, by replacing the batteries. All right, I don't know if you guys can see that it's already gonna come off. It's barely holding on. So I'm gonna go get some tape really quick so I can keep that from completely breaking off. But you can already see the bottom piece is missing. It's already webbed out. That big one down there is already making it basically break in half. So I'm gonna put tape. The good thing is on this one, it only takes 3 batteries, where like, I'm not sure if they still do, but the S-Mans always took 6. This only takes 3 batteries. It doesn't take a whole lot to power it. All right, so now new batteries in. Not a big fan of these knobs either. I don't know if you guys are or care about that, but they're all right. At least they're rubber. Let's turn this on, see what it looks like outside, because the last time I tested them was in the garage. So it is very visible. I'm sure you guys are able to see it pretty clear. It does take a minute to boot up. Now, as far as the display, super clear, super legible outside. Not a problem. I've had no issues. I'll just see if I can get a shot in the sun, but like, I've had no issues reading these. I thought they looked really cool. Display was really nice and simple. You got your PSI, your saturation temperature, and then you got your superheat and your clamp temperature. So that's the order there. Obviously you can do a lot as far as changing refrigerants and all that, but settings are very minimal, and then I already don't remember how to get into settings. So refrigerant, you can have the backlight be always on if you want. 0 exit, and everything else is just, I don't know why you would want it reversed. Everything else is just like what units you want, and then factory setting. Bluetooth, the app for this, super impressive. All right, so don't make the same mistake I did. There are 2 versions of the JB. It's a JB Go 2 for some reason. So if you go in there, what does that look like? I wonder if I have them on. Let's see. I'm sure they connect to it. Bluetooth, scanning. DM4, so we are connected. So it does connect to the manifold. That, I think, looks really cool. Does not work in landscape. That's my one complaint with the Measure Quick app. I don't know why they don't work in landscape. I use a tablet. I prefer it to work in landscape, or maybe give me more information in landscape. So that's just a little on my wish list, I guess. But that's essentially works exactly like Measure Quick. So that's a bonus. You don't need to use Measure Quick. You just use a JB Go with your JB equipment, probes, manifold, whatever. It's exactly the same. For all of you that nerd out about the clamps, this is a K-type connection that is just basically soldered to this plate here, and that's your clamp right there. And I'm not gonna lie, I've broken S-Mans. Those are gonna be the 2 that I carry now. Those are some Hvacr analogs as backup, and then I got the S-Mans in their little sleeve there. So I do try to take care of them in case they bounce around, but most of the time, as long as you find a spot that you can hang that it's not gonna be hit by anything because I broke into displays on them before. I was real reckless with mine, and I just throwing them in the, you know, in the back of the van, and then, you know, stuff falls on it or you pile a bunch of crap on it. That's where you're going to break them. So as long as you hang them up, like I said, these broke when I did not hang them up. That was the main issue. I left them out. Screen is fine. Nothing broke the screen or anything, but the ears are not reinforced. So plastic breaks pretty easy. Just take care of them. Like I said, on mine, my S-bands, those have lasted me a good while, and I do leave them hanging most of the time there in a little sleeve, but I don't expect them to break or anything. All right, fellas, so all in all, would I recommend them? They are super cool. I really wanted to love them, honestly. I was not, I'm not sponsored, I'm not paid. They were sent out to me. I did break them. I did have negative things to say, just for those people that think everything's sponsored. Not getting paid to do this video or anything, and I wanted to love them. Quickly found out, I mean, I enjoyed using them the first few times that I, you know, busted them out and stuff, and they were really helpful. The display's great, they look cool, but the knobs, the clamps, the ears, the hook, the auto off, did I even turn them off? You got to remember to turn them off. I did not. So all I'm saying is that this video is more of a, like, obviously an honest review, but some guys are going to say that they've never had issues, they want them, they bought them, they love them. Cool. Just be careful with the issues I've had with them, right? I test them, I take them out, I use them in the field, and I see how they hold up. So needless to say, I was sent these manifolds out. They did not require me to do anything, no video, no sponsor, nothing. I was supposed to get their probes too. I don't think they're going to want to send me the probes after seeing this video, but it's honest. I'm just being honest with you guys. The probes look promising, but they could be good or bad. I don't know. I don't make enough money on YouTube to be out there buying everybody's manifolds and probes. So we'll see if those come through or not. Some guys on Instagram I've seen use them. They like them. So it is what it is. If you can, you know, look up videos, that's why I do mine. Obviously, you go on YouTube to kind of go look at reviews. You might be buying a tool, stuff like that. Personally, for, you know, the things that I mentioned, it just doesn't beat my S-Man by Philpiece. The hook is better, and it's also on its at least second generation. I can't remember if it's second or third generation of the S-Man. The hook is better. It's fixed to it. It swivels. Easier to put up with one hand. The wires go in under the back so they don't get any tension on them or squished. The ears are reinforced. The auto shut off. Seeing it, it's black, it's heavy duty, it looks cool, it's compact, right? I mean, this is pretty small, and you know, it's cool. Can't hang it on the unit, but I can hang it on my watch by accident. You know, it looks cool and everything, but not until you are out there in the field and you're actually using it do you know what is annoying. And if it slows you down, or you got to think about it when you're trying to figure out a problem or trying to, you know, start up a system, it's not worth it. So I don't like it. If you do get it, just be careful with it. I don't want to say you got to baby it, but you do have to be wary of the weak points and do what you may with this information. So thank you guys. If you're new here, please subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what manifold you like. If it's digital, if it's analog, I rock both. It is a very hard argument now, I think, for manifolds in general. I know we still need them. We should still have a backup, even if we have probes, but probes, I'm using a manifold less and less every year, every month, however you want to look at it. So I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm not super into it. I love probes and I love my S-Man. So Just my 2 cents. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See ya.